Yeah, so I studied a popular music with music technology BA honours degree at the University of Derby. So within that we did a lot of kind of performance-based things, but we also kind of touched upon the theory side as well as music technology. So it was kind of a broad spectrum of music that we studied. I've always loved music, and I've always studied music from GCSE through to college. And when I was applying for university, that's the only thing that I wanted to do. And the course really appealed to me because it was really broad. It allowed us to explore different elements of music. So it wasn't just, oh, you're going to go and perform, you're just going to go and here's a bit of sheet music and then you're going to go and perform it. Because to me, it wasn't just about the performance level of it. It was about the in-depth of music, sociology of music, how it's affected people, and also technology and how that's kind of developed over the past 30 to 50 years. And I think my interest in that really stems from that, why it's such a big important part of people's lives. I rarely meet people who say they don't like music at all. I think that's what made me want to study it, is it's kind of relation to people as well as my own ability to kind of perform as well. I've been discouraged from studying music from about 10 years old, so throughout my entire educational life I've been discouraged from studying it, whether that through teachers, friends, other adults. It's always been seen as this pointless thing that I shouldn't study, but for me I overcame that because I really enjoyed it, and I sought out people who had studied at university, who studied it at college, and they really enjoyed it and always talked about it positively. I never had a negative experience from people who actually studied it. I always had negative experience with people who never had studied it, and it always seemed to be that, oh, if you go and do that you won't get a job out of it, which is obviously not true. I really enjoy the freedom that music gives you. I love the communication between people. And I love the fact that music is within itself a language. You can communicate with people from, I could play music with somebody who doesn't speak the same language as me and we understand each other. I think there's a real beauty in that. But I also love how much it's affected society in the past 100 years and maybe even beyond that, but it does have a profound effect on human behaviour, and I think that's really interesting. I think I gained a lot of skills. Obviously I gained a lot of music performance skills. I broadened my music performance levels and everything else, as well as my knowledge about music technology and history of music, but I also developed a lot of teamwork skills. Playing music with other people kind of fosters that teamwork, that communication, that organisation that you need later on in life, and I think a lot of the skills that I've gained as part of that, including organisation, time management, all those kind of things, have allowed me to be successful in my job so far. So I work in education now. I work as an outreach officer. So I go out into schools and I design and deliver activities that relate around higher education, and I also manage relationships with schools. But I still massively work actively in music. I'm in multiple bands and multiple kind of duos, and I still play kind of open mic nights and things like that. I still do a lot of gigs. I recently played Why Not Festival this year, which was really exciting for us. But I also, I've written things for films as well, so I still kind of work freelance across that. I think having a level of creativity is fundamental in the job that I do, especially when it comes to designing and delivering activities and having a knowledge of the things that I want to talk about. I stand up in front of groups of young people and talk quite a lot, and I think you have to have a level of confidence, and that performance kind of side of things from music has always given me that confidence to be able to stand up in front of people and speak. It's very different, usually a tougher audience, but makes it a little bit easy when you've got that kind of background. I also think in terms of managing relationships, so I manage relationships with schools and head teachers. I think because of those communication skills as well, I've been allowed to do that work really well. I would say that if you're considering studying music, then go and do it, and that goes for anybody who wants to study any subject that they want to do. I think if you are passionate enough about a subject matter, no matter what that is, you are going to do well from it, you are going to gain a lot from it. I think a lot of people get discouraged from studying a lot of subjects. That's not just arts, because they think that it will be more beneficial for them to study something that would be more academic, I suppose, but I don't think that's true. I think if you genuinely enjoy something and you can engross yourself into it, you will benefit from that. I did, definitely. It was because I studied something that I was really passionate about. I therefore reaped the benefits from that, and I would recommend anybody to do that.